Good morning, family. Here we are. It's 9:37 here on 1010 WOLB. And we have been, and we're going to continue right on through the rest of this month, talking about the up and coming, the happening. I mean, it's going to be major. And we're talking about, of course, Career Communications Group. And they're putting on the fantastic conference that's going to be at the Washington Marriott this coming February the 13th, 14th, and 15th. And it's going to be the BEYA STEM conference. And we're just excited that we're able to be one of the major media support. And this morning, we are going to have yet another major personality who's going to be on our Newsmaker line. He's Dr. Charles Johnson-Bey. He's Director, Engineering and Technology at Cyber Innovations Lockheed Martin Corporation. And he is, from all that we've seen, I'm just happy to say the brother is bad. I'm talking about BADD. That's what we say when you know you're real good. And so we're very honored that he would take time on this holiday to join us and be a part of our show. And he's going to talk to us about this major happening for which you, Lottie, Dottie, and everybody. And when Dr. Tyrone Taylor said he wants us to come, he's making sure that he gives us individuals such as Dr. Johnson-Bey to talk with us and encourage us to make our way to Washington. So let me get him on a Newsmaker line right now, Dr. Charles Johnson-Bey. Mr. Director, good morning to you, good man.
Good morning. Certainly my pleasure, Larry, to be on this show. Always a good show, always a good topic, and to be here to talk about the Black Engineer of the Year symposium. Certainly my pleasure.
You're quite active in representing your employer, Lockheed Martin, at community organizations which reach kids in every corner of America. Why is that important to Lockheed Martin's workforce?
It's important because the fact is we need to reach all the kids in all the playgrounds, right? For so long, as kids, I'm from Baltimore City, East Baltimore in particular, and people will take those kids for granted and say it's nothing in that area, it's nothing of value there. But what this conference does is show you that there's value there. There are kids there who are smart, who understand, who come from good families, who love them, and they have the ability to achieve. And so the reason why this is so important and the reason why I'm here on your show is to let people know that, because a lot of folks don't know where to find engineers or people that are in this science, technology, engineering, and math field. And this is one place you can go, and you get thousands of people from all over the country and indeed all over the world here representing this area. So kids can see people that look like them, and they see themselves represented.
Now, Lockheed's future success depends on a constant supply of talent in the STEM fields. What are you doing to inspire and motivate tomorrow's scientists, engineers, and mathematicians, good man?
Thank you. That's a good question. So a lot of things I do is I go to schools. I go to a lot of schools. I mentor a lot of individuals, young men, young women, and to let them know this is what they can do, and let them know also that their dreams are possible, right? And that they can use these tools, this education, to help them get to where they want to be, to help them continue to improve their standard of life, their standard of living for both themselves and their families. And so I spent a lot of time in the city, spent a lot of time developing programs that go from elementary school through high school through college. So that's what I do. I do it every day, and I love doing it.
Wow. It comes through, Doc. It comes through. You were honored recently at the BEYA for being one of the most outstanding STEM mentors and volunteers at Lockheed. What does that recognition feel like?
Wow. So I will tell you, I remember that evening. It was at the big gala. Everybody's dressed up in in the tuxedos and the black and white. I had my whole family there, my kids, my wife of 27 years, my 3 kids. And then also that particular evening, I was the only one from Lockheed Martin that was receiving an award during that part of the gala. And man, walking out on that stage and just hearing the yelling and the screaming and the love that came from that audience, right? Folks that from students that I had when I was a professor at Morgan. You know, they were there. Folks that I had worked with for years, they were there. And then I thought about, you know, just all the hard work that goes into when you're dedicated, right, to your craft and you're dedicated to helping young people. All that just sort of came together as a head that night. It was really fantastic and really surreal.
Wow. What STEM programs do you support or have supported in Baltimore?
Yeah, so we support a number of them, like Project Lead the Way, Ingenuity program. We go to schools, and again, we put on programs. Like one of the things that we did at Poly, we have a program where we'll have the kids during one of their classroom sessions learn about math and music, right? Because a lot of our kids, look, I love music, right? A lot of kids understand that. So we talk about what is the mathematical foundation of this music and how do you pull it together? We also do things like, how do you take things like sound and create ideas? What kind of things can you do with sound? What kind of devices can we use to help people hear better in a crowded environment? How do we do that? So when you, and I ask the students for, you know, let's give some ideas. Let's throw some ideas out. And I always get some of the most fantastic ideas. So one of the things actually I'd like to do is really, I think one of the things that we could do, and everybody can do it, start a little Shark Tank type thing where we can invest in our kids and invest in their ideas so they can realize, like, you know what, this is possible, right? And I think that's something that we as a community can do and do better because I think certainly it helps people, right? It helps people see and helps the kids see that what they can do has merit, has strength, has value, and can also continue to improve them in their lives.
We're hearing from Dr. Charles Johnson-Bey, and I have just one more question for you, good man. What will you be doing at this year's conference?
Well, I have a session with one of my good friends, Carl Jackson, where we're going to be, the session is about science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And we're going to be, and it's for pre-college students. And what we're doing is we're helping the pre-college students see that what they like and their passion, they can use these tools within these disciplines to help make that real. And because a lot of times people have it in their mind, well, I don't look like this, or I don't look like that, or I don't like math in that way, right? But I tell you one thing, if you short somebody's paycheck, or you tell them you're going to give them $5 and you give them $4, I bet you one thing they can count real good then, right?
Yes, sir.
So we want people to understand that it's math in finance, it's math in dance, it's math in art, it's math in video games. You know, it's a lot of video games that's going towards, you know, augmented reality, virtual reality, things like that, where you can immerse yourself. And a lot of our kids play video games, so we want them to know that you have a space here, right? That there's a place for you to go and expand your thoughts and dreams. And so that session is running on the 14th of February. So we'll be doing that then. So, you know, 2 sessions, so it should be pretty good.
Well, I can certainly understand why it is stated that you're much sought after to speak at so many events. And so I'm going to impose on you. I've got 90 seconds, and I want to use it up by asking you to make a pitch for why those folks who are listening to us on the Learning Morning Show with you as our morning special guest, why they should come over to the conference.
I think the listeners and folks that listen and the constant supporters of your show need to come to this conference because, you know, you look at the discussion that's going on today, that you're having today. But really, when you get down to it, it's not about the politicians, right? It's about us. What are we doing for ourselves? How are we helping ourselves? How are we providing opportunities for our children? How are we networking amongst each other to help make this world a better place, to help make our environment a better place? Help from something close to me, how do we help make Baltimore a better place? So I think when you go and you're around like-minded individuals with that energy, that's the place you can find it. You can find it at the BEYA conference. It's there. It's like an old home week. Once you go, you wonder why you haven't been before because it feels like a family reunion of sorts, right? And there's some cousins you may not have met that you're going to meet, and then you're going to stay close. So I think the reason that we need to go is because I think it helps the community. I think it helps the community. It helps us grow, and it helps us develop, and it helps us network. So everybody listening, not only should you go, but grab your cousin, grab your friend. If you have entrepreneurial spirit, grab them. Let's all go and meet at this BEYA conference in D.C.
I tell you one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to impose on both Tyrone and Miss Jews to see if we can't get you back when I have more than 7 minutes, because I can tell right now you're worthy. Will you be worthy of the time spent? And I'm going to find a way to get you back with us real soon, Doc. Thank you so very much, good man. Thank you very much, good man.
Thank you very much.
Wow, I'm telling you, the more I hear about it, Coach, I know you don't want me in D.C., but I'm coming over there for 2.5 days. I'm gotta go.
You can come over. I mean, I don't have a problem with you coming in D.C.
All right. Well, I'm good. Yeah, this is going to be fantastic. I can tell it. And Baltimore born, yes, sir, Dr. Charles Johnson-Bey.